Nothing is going right for the BJP. Nothing is going right. First of all, people are calling BJP the Besharm Jumla Party because there is nothing Bharatiya, there is nothing Janata. They do not have anything to do with Bharat. They do not have anything to do with the Janata. So neither Bharat nor Janata is their concern. So we forget that Bharat and Janata. And now the new name people have given is Besharm Jumla Party. And nothing is going right for them because they have been fooling the people for 11 years. But now the people are no longer buying the arguments. They are no longer believing in the jumlas. They are no longer believing in the lies. They are no longer being deceived, neither by the jumlas of Modi, Yogi, or Amit Shah, or they are not even believing the news agency because the news agencies have lost the credibility. The news agencies have become bootlickers. They are licking the boots of the ruling party. So people have even stopped believing the news agencies. They have stopped believing these useless television channels, which only they are meant only for one thing: to tell lies, to mislead the people, and to boost up the personal image of the Prime Minister Modi. So the BJP, which is proving a disaster for India, and people have begun to realize, people did not realize, now people have begun to realize that BJP is a disaster for India and all its promises are hollow, and whatever it says, lies, deception, fraud, there's nothing else. And it is neither Bharat nor Janata. They do not have anything to do with India. They do not have anything to do with Janata or common man. Or all they have to do is Besharm Jumla Party. So nothing is going right because more and more skeletons are coming out, tumbling out of the cupboard. They were keeping a tight lock on the cupboard, but somehow they are not able to keep the dark secrets anymore. More and more skeletons are tumbling out of the closet, they are tumbling out of the cupboard, and people have started hating them, practically hating the BJP, and they think that it was a mistake to vote for the BJP. So, except for their some paid people, hatchet men, actually we don't find any positive posts about BJP. Whatever positive posts are there are from their own handles or their own paid people or their own paid news channels. Otherwise, really, the common man is not posting anything in favor of BJP, but all of them are criticizing, not only criticizing, practically they're abusing BJP. So that is a problem for the Besharm Jumla Party. The first thing which went wrong immediately after Modi 3.0 is that they were shouting 400 par. They were expecting 400 plus or at least 350 plus. But they did not even get the simple majority 270 plus. So that was the first blow. Now the blow is actually their own mistake. It's not the mistake of any other person. They were living in a fool's paradise. They were living in a delusion. They thought that because of Ayodhya Ram Temple, every Hindu will be voting for BJP. This was their assumption. They live in a fool's paradise. They think that they are for Hindus and only BJP is for Hindus and Hindus will be always for BJP. So that is what they think. But what happened? The single point failed. The Ayodhya Ram Temple did not bring them, let alone 400, it did not even bring them 300, not even 270 plus, the simple majority. So that was the first biggest blow because you are living in a delusion and you are fighting the election like a fool with one point. You can never fight an election on one issue. Just on the issue of Ayodhya Ram Temple, you can't be fighting elections. So they were trying to fool the Hindus, sway the Hindus, They thought that just with one Ram temple, they could get 400 or at least 300 plus seats, and they ended up being lower than the minimum majority required. And now they are on crutches. Like a lame man walking on crutches, they are on several crutches. That was the first blow, 400 par, that arrogance, that haughty attitude. Now that was crushed when they did not even get the simple majority. God was very kind to them. So even though they did not get a simple majority, even the Ram temple failed. The Ram temple issue did not bring them votes. They got a second opportunity, the Kumbh Mela. They got the opportunity. God gave them another chance, Kumbh Mela. But what happened? That ended in a disaster. Total disaster, because money was spent on PR, money was spent on advertisement, money was spent on showing how pro Hindu we are, money was spent on publicity, money was not spent on management, money was not spent on making proper arrangements. So the disaster was waiting to happen, and it happened. Because you have to spend money. When all the money you are going to spend in PR exercise, all the money you are going to spend in boosting your image, all the money you are going to spend in show off, all the money you are going to spend in advertisement, all the money in publicity, and you are not spending the money in management, arrangement, what happens? Disaster is obvious. And not only one, triple disaster. The disaster was triple, not one. First of all, the disaster was the fire and the stampede. The second was, even after the disaster, the government could not make proper arrangements for treatment of the people injured, for handing over the bodies of the dead to the families of the victims, for arranging proper helpline so that they could know where their loved ones are, whether they are alive or dead. If they are dead, where is the dead body? If they are alive, in which hospitals are they receiving treatment? See, total chaos and confusion. Then another thing happened. Some lunatic got one underwater camera, and with his underwater camera, he was clicking the pictures of women changing clothes, women bathing, women changing clothes, all the nude and semi-nude pictures, and these photos were being sold. That was another disaster. And recently another disaster came. BBC said that your death count is not what you are saying. You are saying some 30, 35, 40. The death count is more than 80, and practically it will be more than 100. So all these, what happened? Ending in disaster. It convinced the people that BJP means disaster, and the same thing was confirmed by many other incidents. Now we are sure that BJP is a disaster. That rekindled one more anger against BJP, Manipur. Manipur was burning, it is still burning, and Modi is determined not to visit. He is determined that I will not visit Manipur. I will visit all the places. I'll tour the whole world, that globe trotting, but I will not visit Manipur. So this arrogance, a kind of audacity that I will not visit Manipur, this is actually what is angering the people. At first we thought maybe he will visit later, but now it seems that he has determined. It is something like a prestige issue. If he visits Manipur, his prestige will go down. So he has determined, no, I will not visit Manipur because people are trolling me over it. So I will not visit. So not visiting Manipur is another, and Manipur is still burning. From time to time, again, all the clashes, all the violence, and solution is a different thing. but at least you try. Indira Gandhi tried to solve Punjab problem. Indira Gandhi tried to solve the siege of the Golden Temple. Ultimately, you may succeed or you may not succeed, but you have to try. But even no one is trying, no one is bothered. Say if the chief minister fails, you put a president's rule, but you're not even bothered, and you think that you have got a promise not to visit. So that is when Modi makes a promise that I will not visit Manipur, but I will visit the entire world, then that is now seen as an arrogance. It's not seen as a deficiency. It's not seen as a lack of seriousness. It is seen as a utter arrogance, utter audacity. And then came the blow for their biggest UP brand ambassador, the Chief Minister Yogi of Uttar Pradesh. Actually, they wanted to project Uttar Pradesh as a model state. Whenever BJP comes to power, it will make the state like UP. They wanted to make UP a model of governance and set it as an example when seeking votes for BJP in other states. So whenever there is, say, whatever they need when there is election in any other state, they will say we will make it like UP. They wanted to make UP or at least project UP as a model state, as a pro-Hindu, Hindu Samrat, and they wanted to see UP is the best governed state. And what happened? Supreme Court said that there is complete breakdown of law and order. Supreme Court said, we are seeing everyday crimes are taking place, hatred against Muslims, Hindu-Muslim divide, communal fights, creating hatreds, but and other things like there is fire in hospital. Even now, hospitals, how they are, no power, and sometimes with that mobile flashlight, the patients are treated. This is how it is happening. But anyhow, so they wanted to make UP, or they wanted to project UP. It is making UP is different. They wanted to project a fake projection, a false projection that UP is a best governed state, and whenever you vote for BJP, we will make it like UP. But what happened? Supreme Court said that law and order has completely broken down. There is a complete breakdown of law in UP. So that is gone. So UP was the biggest loss of face, not only because what Supreme Court said, but also the number of crimes taking place, zero development, hospitals. See, they are actually death traps. Hospitals are death traps, no facilities, no education, no amenities. People are actually living in a hell. In fact, every state governed by BJP has become a hell. UP is a hell, MP is a hell, Andhra Pradesh is a hell, Delhi is a hell. So all the BJP states are actually examples of hell. But UP, one of their prestigious states, not only it is a hell, but even Supreme Court has observed that there is complete breakdown of law. So that is one of the biggest losses they have suffered. After that comes corruption in MP. MP is also not lagging behind in crimes. The number of crimes in Uttar Pradesh, number of crimes in Madhya Pradesh, okay. But anyhow, it has become a hotbed of corruption. How many crores of rupees are being unearthed? So it becomes a model for corruption. So that is another problem. When MP corruption we see every day, and that was a loss of face, because they said that when we come to power in Madhya Pradesh, we will do this, we will do that, but they did nothing. Zero development, and it seems that it is a capital of corruption. So one more failed, that is Madhya Pradesh. And now comes what Shakespeare would say the most unkindest cut, Delhi. Delhi is reeling with several problems. And the problems people are facing now, they did not face when Kejriwal was there. They did not face these problems when Atishi Marlena was there. They are facing the problems now. One is power cut, long duration, not just half an hour, 1 hour, but 5 hours, 6 hours. Even a single day does not pass without power cut. So 24 hours power supply, that is something like impossible dream. Then, in addition to power cut, no water. They don't get clean drinking water, water scarcity. The third is, even with a minimum rain, Delhi becomes flooded. And where it hurts most, that is school fees. The government, the BJP government in Delhi is allowing the private schools to loot the parents. Practically, it is a daytime robbery. It is a robbery. Even robbers, I think, don't loot like this. They are robbing. They are actually taking the parents for a ride. They're exploiting the parents and going on increasing the fees. So, in addition to no power, in addition to say no water, in addition to no power, in addition to no water, what you are having? Fees, school fees will rise, and you have the bonus points, crimes, and transport problems, and pollution. So these are the bonus points you will have. So that is Delhi, and people are saying Kejriwal and Atishi Marlena were much better. Even the BJP supporters are saying that we made the biggest blunder by voting for BJP. And with all these problems, before the government could think of how to control the damage, its popularity was going down and down, how to control the damage. Before that, we had the Pahalgam attack, terrorist attack. So the BJP was claiming terrorism has been controlled and Kashmir is a peaceful place. Now what happened? That hollow claim was busted. That hollow claim was shattered because terrorism is not finished. Kashmir is not the safe place. BJP was trying to say it was a very safe place. It was not safe. Terrorism is still there. But what happened was the mismanagement after that. Attack was there. It was the total intelligence failure and the failure to provide the proper security. But in addition, there was a blunder. Even after the attack, instead of actually trying to catch the terrorists, the 4 terrorists, they were not interested in catching the terrorists. They were interested in spreading a fake news that the terrorists were asking for the religion and then shooting the Hindus. They were interested in spreading that fake narrative that terrorists were actually selectively targeting the Hindus. They were asking for the religion and then shooting. So even here, instead of going after the terrorists, instead of attacking them, instead of capturing them, instead of trying to find out where the terrorists went, instead of that, what they are doing? Hindu-Muslim divide. They are Muslims and they are saying they are asked for the religion of the Turk. That means actually again the same Hindu-Muslim ugly game. The ugly game of Hindu-Muslim trying to drive a communal wedge, trying to divide Hindus and Muslims and trying to make them fight and trying to make them hate each other by spreading the fake narratives that they were targeting Hindus, they were asking for religions, they were seeing who is having the sindoor and attacking them. So all these fake narratives were meant to increase the Hindu-Muslim animosity, hate the Muslims, and make the Hindus hate the Muslims. That was their plan. Their plan was not to provide safety. Their plan was not to catch the terrorists. So again, they were playing the same game. And then they had the operation, the retaliation. Now, retaliation was supported by all the parties. In fact, the whole India supported the retaliation. Even the opposition, uh, even the non-BJP people. So all of them supported the retaliation. But what happened? Trump threatened, Modi surrendered. Modi surrendered to Trump's threat and declared a ceasefire. Now, declaring a ceasefire is not an issue. That is not an issue. Declaring ceasefire is not an issue. You can always declare ceasefire if your army thinks that is the right thing to do. But what we are saying, while the ceasefire was declared under threat, under coercion, under pressure, and Trump is announcing the ceasefire, means Trump is controlling the war, Trump is announcing the ceasefire, and you are surrendering to the threat by Trump. And then they tried to build up a fake narrative. They wrote some script somewhere and they tried to say, no, Modi said all these in conversation, in a telephone conversation, he has said all this. And people were thinking whether to believe or not, but in a few hours, again, Trump dropped the atom bomb. He repeated that, yes, I stopped the war with threat. So all their script, the very carefully prepared script, very carefully prepared lies, that went to nothing. All their lies got exposed. So whatever they were saying, that 35-minute conversation, Modi has said all these to Trump. So it proved that Modi was lying. The script was just a script written. Nothing was said to Trump. It was a script prepared by someone and meant for domestic consumption to fool the people. But again, Trump wasted their effort by declaring that no, it was I who stopped the war. So the 35-minute conversation, that script they prepared, that lie was exposed. That was one of the biggest thing that actually Modi's image went down and down. The BJP image went down and down because this was indefensible. This was indefensible. Surrendering to a foreign threat, that was indefensible. Ceasefire is not the problem. The problem is ceasefire because of threat by a foreign leader. So that was the biggest blow to his image, and even now he has not recovered, and probably he will not recover. And if he does not recover from that disgrace and BJP is voted out of power, then India will be saved. And then came the ignominy at G7 meet. First of all, they were not inviting, but then Modi wanted the invitation. He went there and utter chaos, and he made a laughing stock of himself. Total embarrassment for the nation, total embarrassment for Prime Minister Modi by forcibly going to a G7 summit where you are not wanted, where Modi is not wanted. He is trusting himself upon them and creating what you call a total circus, a mockery of the whole thing. And now he is being trolled because this was his own making. It would have been better if he had not gone there. Anyway, he was initially not invited. He made himself invited, and finally he went and he made a mockery of India and what do you call, laughing stock of himself, and the total ignominy, the total national shame, the national disgrace that is upon Modi. So this is how you are inviting trouble. When you are not invited, it's okay, don't go. Go to Manipur instead. That would be appreciated. But you have to go there and act like a circus clown. And what you did, you became a laughing stock and became a disgrace for India in the international platform. And then the aircraft crash. The aircraft Boeing crash. Now, crash can be okay, it happened, it's okay, but someone is saying no, accidents will happen. So, complacency. We are not going to improve, we are not going to do anything. Accidents will happen, let them happen. That is a complacency, that is a shameful attitude for the people killed. And then what you are doing, without any concern for them, you are going and laughing there and going for your election campaign, and people are saying, what kind of a prime minister? So many people died, doesn't even have any concern for that. He is not at all sad, he is laughing, he is enjoying himself, and now he is on an election campaign. He has no regard for the number of people killed. So again, you make yourself unpopular. Unnecessarily, you make yourself unpopular because you don't know when to do what. When you don't know, when you don't have the common sense what to do and when to do, and this is what happens. So after the aircraft crash, crash is okay. First of all, crash might have been your negligence, but even otherwise, after the crash, you are disgracing yourself by your inappropriate action. And on the top of that came the BBC exposed the real death count. Not only that, it was a total mismanagement, it was a total carelessness, but in addition to your mismanagement, you are also hiding the number of deaths. The death count you are hiding, you are saying 30, 35, 40, now it is more than 82 minimum, it could rise further. So the BBC has exposed your deception. Not that you are careless and accident happened, not that. Accident happened would point to your inefficiency. It would point to your carelessness. It would point to your mismanagement. But now it is deception. You have been cheating the people. You have been telling lies to the people by hiding the actual death count. And BBC comes and says that the death count is more than double of what you were saying. What the government was saying, the actual death count is more than double, and maybe it could be even 3 times. So your lies and deception, right? You are trying to fool the people, you are trying to deceive the people. These things get exposed, and that is where your image further goes down. And now comes Bihar. Bihar has always been what do you call, known for Jungle Raj. Lawlessness has always been there in Bihar. But what you are saying during Lalu Prasad Yadav, it is Jungle Raj, and you were trying to give a good government, and now you have given a worse government. You have not improved. Bihar was already in a bad shape, but after your coming, it has not improved, it has gone worse. Bihar has gone worse in terms of crime, zero development. And the VIPs are coming to Calcutta for even simple things like childbirth. Same thing for Assam. The director of hospitals, he is coming to Calcutta for treatment. He does not trust the Assam hospital. Similarly, a VIP, I won't mention the name, he is coming to Calcutta for a simple thing. What is? His wife is pregnant, and for childbirth he is coming to Calcutta. And that is normal childbirth, not even anything complicated. But even that, he does not trust Bihar. He has to come to Calcutta. And as usual, Jungle Raj, I won't say Jungle Raj is continuing. Jungle Raj has increased. It has worsened. You are meant to provide relief from Jungle Raj, but it is now worse. People are saying under Lalu Prasad Yadav, it was much better. Bihar was, I'm not saying Bihar was an ideal state, but Bihar was better under Lalu Prasad Yadav. That's what people are saying. So you are coming and making Bihar law and order, already it was bad, but you are making it worse. And Modi's pet state, Gujarat. Gujarat is his pet state where he has been in power for long. BJP has been in power for many, many years, but now even there it is getting tough. Even there it is getting tough. People are getting disenchanted with BJP, even in Gujarat. Gujarat, the home state of Modi, the home state of Amit Shah, where BJP has been in power for so long, even Gujarat people are saying that we need a change of government. Even Gujarat people want a change of government. Even there it is going tough. Gujarat, your own state, your own pet state, even there people are saying, we don't want BJP, we want a change. So this is the thing. If your own, like your own family, Gujarat is like your own family, Modi's family, Amit Shah's family. Your own family says you are bad. Your own family says you are useless. Your own family says, I want someone else. I want a better government. We don't want BJP and we want a better government. So that is the condition in Gujarat, your own state. And initially when he came, the only thing he had, the only plus point he had, or he at least managed to convince people that he was honest and he would bring back the black money. That was what he promised, that Modi is a very, what you call, honest man, is a very honest man, and he will bring back the black money. And now it seems that the black money in Swiss bank, it has swelled to 3 times. Nothing has come. No black money from Switzerland has come back, but more and more money deposited in Swiss bank, more and more black money, and the amount is now 3 times. So the very promise on which you came to power, that is hollow. That was the one promise on which Modi came to power, that I am an honest man, I will bring back all the black money. That was the biggest point. And now it seems that the Swiss bank, they have blown the whistle. They are saying the black money in their banks is now 3 times. It has increased, it has not decreased. So corruption has increased, corruption has not decreased. And with all this, Modi is losing the grip over his own party because everything has failed. Domestic policy failed, education policy failed, financial failed, economics failed, international failed, law and order failed. Because law and order, worst, the worst law and order you can see in double engine states. So you can't maintain law and order in BJP ruled states. You can't ensure economic development. Whatever you may be shouting, the fifth and fourth economy, it is useless. But practically you have not done anything. Farmers, they are dissatisfied. Students, they are dissatisfied. Teachers, they are dissatisfied. Your bureaucrats, they are dissatisfied. Common people, they are dissatisfied. Working class, they are dissatisfied. So everyone is dissatisfied, and there are murmurs, dissenting voices within the party. Dissenting voices within the party can also be heard. So there is dissent. So you have lost your charm, the charm which you used to have among some people at least, your core voters, your core vote bank, particularly the Hindi heartland. Even there your popularity is going down and down and down. So what are you going to do? Nothing is going to succeed. Everything has failed. Economics, failure. Foreign policy, failure. Law and order, failure, particularly in double engine states. Trying to provide employment, failure. Industry, failure. Pollution, failure. Pollution control, failure. So everywhere you are failing. So probably for a conscientious person, being in power for even one more day, it is unethical and immoral.